Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Welcome back to the triumphant return of the Underachievers Podcast. It's been a little bit. It's been a fortnight or two since we've shot the shit with y'all, but we're back. We're back. We've been busy. We went to Fan Expo.
That's fun.
We've been working, things and excuses and stuff. But anywho, this is the Underachievers Podcast, the podcast about nothing. It's my co-host, Big Nasty Productions. Link to his channel in the description below. Go check out his shit. My name is the Habitual Pixel. And we're going to shoot the shit. Today's episode is brought to you by the number 4. So you had a question picked out, did you?
Yeah, I wanted to know if you'd rather lose your sex organs forever or gain 200 pounds for the rest of your life.
200 pounds, probably.
Easily. That's the stupidest question I've ever seen. It's pretty simple.
Maybe if I was already like a 300, 400 pound man.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I guess
because then you might just die.
Yeah, you don't want to be 700 pounds. I mean, 400 or 500, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But 700? Come on now. That's ridiculous.
No. The extra 200 pounds.
You ever seen that show, My 600 Pound Life or something like that?
I've heard of it.
That's pretty crazy.
I just can't do shows like that.
It's pretty interesting, man. So,
the spectacle is just not worth it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the extra weight for sure.
I mean, how could you not? Who wants to lose their sex organs?
I don't think anyone wants to lose their sex organs.
Love it. But anyways.
True. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with a little extra winter weight, if you will.
Yeah, what's a little poundage?
Mm-hmm.
Guess that sounded weird, didn't it?
Poundage.
Poundy
pound. You want to talk about Fan Expo briefly?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about?
For those who don't know, Fan Expo is the Comic-Con equivalent. Well, there is still Comic-Con. It's like Comic-Con, we'll say, but it's like the biggest comic book nerd type convention in Canada, supposedly.
Canada.
Canada. It's it's still dwarfed in comparison to San Diego, but it was pretty damn big this year. And we hit that up for a long weekend. It was fun. We got to meet some heroes, some idols. Got to get bumped around in massive crowds.
Yeah, Saturday was absolutely nuts. It was probably the busiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was a few hundred thousand people.
Thursday, Friday, and Sunday weren't bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially the first day. The first day was
awesome.
Yeah, we need to take better advantage of that next time.
Right, definitely.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We saw a lot of cool stuff. There will be a video at some point. Mark my words. I'm gonna wade through all the footage we got. We got to meet. Well, I'm using air quotes when I say meet because it's rather impersonal. But we met Stan. Yeah. We met Stan Lee. That was super rad.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. The man Stan himself, 91, still just killing it at the autograph game.
Yeah, if you took pictures of him while he was signing, you got kicked out.
Yeah, no, it was...
At first we thought the assistant was being quite a big prick about it, but then he actually started explaining himself, and it made perfect sense about people forging things and taking pictures of other people getting shit signed, stuff like that. So,
for those who don't know, the Stan Lee's signature is one of the few people on Earth his writing on something adds value to things.
Quite a bit.
Exponentially, and people will go through great lengths to forge that. And he had very strict rules, and he was I've never seen a celebrity quite like that, with the full-on bodyguard behind him and all that jazz. But he still kills it. God bless Stan Lee.
Yeah,
he's 91, so figured we had to meet the man.
Yeah, got a couple things signed, so that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, but the funny thing was when we got the poster signed, we got Robert Englund and Heather Langenkamp and John Saxon, the cast of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It is hilarious because if you look at the poster now that I got framed over the bed, John Saxon's signature is just the most hilarious looking thing on it. It's quite different.
I felt I felt bad for John, man.
I did too, man. He looked a little shaky. He was
When
kind
I
of
met him, he
shit.
was just like.
I didn't realize he was that old. That's the thing. So I'm kind of glad that I got that done then.
Yeah.
Because
He
I would
felt.
have never probably had a chance to meet John Saxon. I do wish I had a Enter the Dragon poster to have gotten
Oh,
to
fuck
because that's
yeah.
a little bit better of a role for him.
Yeah.
But
John Saxon killed it back in the day. He was a very good actor in his younger years. Trying to figure out how old he is.
that's what I mean, though. I mean, compared to Stan Lee, I feel like he
He's
must have had
70.
some.
Yeah. John
Yeah,
Saxon is 79. And
that's what I mean. Stan Lee's 91. I feel like Stan Lee at some point in his life did try to attempt to make a super soldier serum.
I was thinking that, like,
I believe that actually happened. He did test it on himself. I feel like
it
that's
didn't work completely. He still looks
yeah,
old, but he's just immortal.
yeah. That's what I think's going on right now.
Or the popular theory, he's just a jolly android.
You kept saying that. I don't understand why that's your popular theory. You're the only one I know that says that.
Because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm
The
influenced by
popular theory. The theory of one man is now the popular theory. I like
it's
it.
popular to me.
That means I have very many popular
Maybe I'm,
theories.
maybe I'm influenced by his performance on Robot Chicken, where he just was crazy.
I mean,
I,
this is coming from a guy who no one agrees with. I mean, come on now.
yeah. Hey, what do you know? The picture on John Saxon's Wikipedia page is a picture from 2014 Fan Expo.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
He
look at.
did seem like a nice guy.
Hmm.
Now, just because I mean, I did say that it's the poster that I have hanging above my bed, obviously, not Jake's, even though we got a sign, is because while I was waiting in line for Robert Englund, Jake was kind enough to go over and get me the signatures of John Saxon and Heather Heather Langenkamp in the time it took me just to get to the front of the line to meet Robert Englund.
Hmm.
So that was
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
If I was a celebrity, that those autograph lines are like a perfect depiction of how popular you actually are. Because some people,
Yeah.
there was nobody going up to him, like Pedro from
I felt bad for Efren Ramirez.
yeah,
That was kind of
Mr.
offensive. I
Ramirez,
thought
aka Pedro from
that sucked. Like literally, no one
Napoleon
was there.
Dynamite showed up and nobody was going to talk to him. We felt like swinging by just to say, hey, if you need, can I
Yeah,
get you a
which
coffee or anything?
the only thing that I thought was a little stupid. You can't do that. Like you can't wait in line
No.
without paying for something. It's kind of I don't know.
As
I
much
mean,
fun as we did have at Fan Expo, and it's great, and I plan on going to them for a
you gotta be
long
real
time.
careful about who you get signatures from because a lot of
Yeah,
them are pretty fucking
they're
expensive.
monopolizing the fucking and monopolizing might even not be the right word, but the signatures and photo ops that you could get with celebrities were like the
I mean,
price.
obviously
Some of the
that's why you go
prices.
there, right? But
Hmm.
come on now. Some of them it's just like, oh, really? Like that's a little ridiculous.
I mean, John Saxon was kind enough to sign the poster
Which is
for
awesome.
free.
Yeah.
He didn't charge anything. He was what he was doing, I think, anyways, was he had a bunch of prints from his various movies, like most of that the celebs did.
Yeah.
And if you bought one of those, you were charged for it.
Hmm.
And the signature was free because it's just a fucking signature. But
yes, but that's because John Saxon is a kind gentleman.
yeah, I mean, see,
And I mean, a lot of them, I mean, I know some of them, especially the ones who don't work for a while, this is probably how they make a good bit of money, right? Like, I
oh
mean,
yeah, for sure. This is, I mean,
but at the same time, yeah, I don't know. It's just a little crazy. Like, you got to be careful who you're getting signatures from because a lot of them are
mm,
just outrageous, the price that they're asking.
you got to make it worth it. You know, it's got to be someone you really respect and love, or because, for example, Norman Reedus, an actor I don't mind. I think he's pretty okay, but he was charging an extreme amount of money for a photo op with him, like $90, $95
Yeah, something like that.
for a photo with him. Like, come on, like really? I mean, you're good in Walking Dead and you're good in Boondock Saints, but I don't know. There's something arrogant about, you know,
And he really
my
fucking dropped the
presence
ball on
is
Blade
worth
too, dude.
$95 a minute.
He really dropped the ball on Blade too.
Yeah, I barely remember him in Blade 2. But what, I mean, no,
That's still a sore spot for me.
yeah, no disrespect, like, I mean, I'm no hate towards Norman's acting and stuff, but why you be
Not to
charging
mention
so
Deuce
much
is
for,
wild.
what's that?
Go ahead and watch his role in Deuce is Wild.
Was he in? Oh, yeah, he was. Huh, I forgot all about that.
Bad, bad.
Yeah. Well, you know, That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. To meet Norman Reedus shouldn't cost more than meeting Stan Lee.
That's what I mean. That's a little crazy.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
talking about the legend of legends,
hmm Stan Lee
the man of men.
Stan Lee is an idol, and it was crazy how many people showed up, and we, doing some quick math at $70 a autograph.
If Stan Lee told me to cut off a finger, I think I might. I'd at least consider it.
I'd at least consider it. If he called me up and saying I just murdered a man by accident, can I hide the body at your house? I'd be like,
oh fuck yeah,
I'd be okay. Huh? Let's where you at?
Exactly.
Yeah, but there was easily 1,000 people in line for his signature on Saturday alone, and 1,000 times $75. Like, I don't know. These people make bank at these.
It was 70, wasn't it?
70?
Yeah.
It was 70. No, you're right. It was 70.
Still. Yeah, because you got the Daredevil sign, and I got the Spider-Man and Avengers sign.
I happen to have it right here above my desk.
Nice.
See,
mine are in the other room, so I'm not going to get them.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Mine just happens to be on display because I like looking at it.
Nice.
But what else about Fan Expo can we talk about? Oh yeah, they upped their video game a lot this year, and I dug that because obviously I'm a huge fan of gaming.
And you know what? Before you even continue there, I'm just going to cut you off. I'm sorry, but I actually got to say I was a big fan of that, even though I'm not the biggest gamer. So there's something to consider there.
Yes, they definitely they brought
the comics like myself. There is a good section of comics, but the video games was impressive what they had.
Yes, there was. Excuse me. There was quite a few companies that were on display there. There was an Xbox booth, a PS4 booth. Bethesda was there. No, and the fucking asshole who works for them said they would never release Fallout 4. Give me Fallout 4. You know you're working on it. Yeah, what was on display? Let's go over some games real quick. Evil Within was there.
Which is sick.
That was Bethesda's title coming out soon, which was pretty awesome. Like a super claustrophobic Resident Evil, like old Resident Evil kind of.
I was impressed. Also, Mortal Kombat 10.
Mortal Kombat 10 was awesome. Impressive. We got to play 2 rounds of that. I'm not sure when that comes out. Probably Christmas season. But that game is super violent and it's super awesome.
And Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
Elephant drive-bys.
Yeah, I played one section of Far Cry 4 twice, and it was just, here's an elephant, and here's a machine gun. There's the base. What are you going to do? You can ride the elephant through the door. You can flip cars with the elephant. You're throwing people around with the trunk. I'm going to buy that game for that feature alone. I swear.
Oh, yeah. That game was awesome.
I mean, Far Cry 3 was a lot of fun, but it's still a little iffy. It's got some GTA-style glitches here and there. That looks fun. I don't know.
Elephant riding is always fun.
Elephant riding with a chain gun.
That sounds terrible, but...
Yeah. Well, whatever. Destiny was on display. Did you play NHL 15? Was that?
I did. Yeah, I was playing NHL.
What'd you think? Is that out or is?
Yeah, it just came out, I believe.
Okay. What'd you think of that?
Oh, that's pretty wicked. I thought the graphics were actually up. It's probably on the level of the EA Sports new.
Was UFC that on PS4? You were playing that?
Yeah, that was on PS4.
Right on. Yeah, it looked really damn good. There's a couple other games on display that we didn't play.
The physics were sick.
Evolve was there. That looked awesome. Killer Instinct, but that's been out for a while. Sunset Overdrive, etc., etc.
I don't even know what that game is. I'm so confused.
It's like a jet grind radio. Do you remember that game?
Oh, I remember that game for Dreamcast.
Yeah, it's similar vibe to that. I don't know if it's
Dreamcast was awesome because you could just burn games for it.
Yeah. And that's why Sega went bankrupt.
Sorry, Sega.
We still love you, though. Well, they're not quite bankrupt, but they're no longer in the console game, that's for sure. Sega. There was an Intel booth showing off some really sweet computer games. There was a whole, pro StarCraft thing going on.
That was crazy.
Nuts. Yeah, I follow MLG Gaming here and there just because I'm fascinated by it. But I don't really get it. Not the StarCraft scene, anyways, just because I'm not. I don't
It
know.
doesn't really make sense to me. Like the people were like cheering when they were doing things. It was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand what's so exciting.
I don't know. StarCraft is I mean, a super popular game in Asia, like mega popular.
But this,
But
I mean, this wasn't a bunch of people from Asia that were sitting there cheering
no,
us on. That's the thing.
but
These are
I
a
don't
bunch
know.
of theater kids from
I like
Canada.
the StarCraft games. I will say that, but I don't.
I only ever played a little bit of them. And that's like we're talking 15 years ago.
Yeah, the first StarCraft, right? Or Brood War or
Oh,
whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get professional StarCraft. I mean, it's a fine game, but there was a giant stage with multi. It was those were professional dudes playing that, and they were in little squared off things with cameramen and big ass screen, probably close to 100 or so seats of people watching live. It was nuts, and that was going on all weekend. On top of that, there was League of Legends there as well. I don't know if they were actually competing, but there was a giant League of Legends booth there as well, which is
yeah,
another.
the new Assassin's Creed booth too.
Yeah, the new Assassin's Creed was there. Was that like playable? I can't remember.
No, it was just like a little thing.
Yeah, there was there was a dude who was dressed up in
I
what?
think you could take like pictures or something.
Yeah, he was dressed up as like a rifleman from whatever
I guess it
era.
wasn't a booth. It was just a little show at the.
Yeah, it was like an exhibit. I don't
Yeah.
know. That guy had to dress up like an Assassin's Creed character. Um, excuse me. There was a bunch of cosplay babes. If you're a fan of the internet, you may know Jessica Negri, Meg Turney, total fucking babes.
I knew who none of these girls were, but I was impressed.
Yes, they are gorgeous, and they put a lot of effort into their costumes.
Mhm.
Harley Quinn for the win. And of course, like we said, there is a shitload of celebrities, massive amounts of merchandise. It's a Comic-Con. You know the drill. It's the epitaph of nerd culture and a massive, massive way to waste all your money.
Ah, 1 second.
I'm not gonna say waste because I like the
Oh,
stuff that I got, but goddamn, is that place not expensive?
sorry about that.
Hi.
I'm an,
It's
I'm
all
an idiot and forgot to plug in my computer.
oh, it's all good. Yeah, Fan Expo. Anything else you want to say? Anything else you enjoyed? Didn't enjoy? They need to work on their Yeah, they need to work on their people management skills, that's all.
No, that was definitely, yeah, that was probably the only complaints I would have. It was not, like I said, it wasn't every day. It was just the Saturday when it got a little too crazy. I mean, we actually left early because of how busy it was, and not to mention, as we were leaving, did we or did we not see them actually selling more tickets
Yeah, it's
as we
retarded.
heard that they were
I
over
know.
capacity.
They were yeah, we were at the Toronto Metro Convention Center, I believe it's called, which is a massive two-part building in downtown Toronto, near the CN Tower and stuff. It's a huge building, but it still wasn't nearly big
Yeah,
enough. Like
on Saturday.
they need to spread out even more. And there was so many goddamn people there Saturday. It was unreal. Um, and they just kept selling tickets, even though it was at capacity.
Yeah, it
And
was kind of ridiculous at that point.
they had to shut down streets and stuff. It was bad. But other than that, I mean, I get it's hard to wrangle a crowd of 100,000 people. I get it's hard to do that. It's got to be a lot of work, but
Especially if you're not prepared for it, but that's my point.
you need an
I
army.
honestly feel that they should have been prepared for something like that to happen. I mean, we even thought that was going to happen.
hmm Yep, I thought it would happen for sure. I mean, I went in 2012 and it was busy. Like it was still super packed, but nothing compared to this year. But that being said, otherwise, it was a damn good time. Look forward to hopefully a somewhat decent video coming in the next week or so.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. I mean, we picked up some good stuff, met some
hmm
good people. Even like
Yeah.
some of the people that we met in lines and stuff like that, everybody was pretty friendly.
Yeah, it's good to be around your people, if you know what I mean. I mean, I don't. It's a
It sounded like an insect, just so you know.
vast area of fandom, and there's some super nerds there, but
We're
like,
talking about bearded nerds because there wasn't as many bearded nerds as I thought, just us two.
yeah,
And
there's a
then a
few
couple
like
other ones.
there's like a few old man Dungeons and Dragons looking fellas that had the big beards, but not
Hmm.
too many of them. Yeah, it was a blast. I got a lot of cool art, stuff like that, and I look forward to it next year. Is there anything else you want to say on the matter?
Um, just again, I just think as long as they just kind of prepare for the amount of people that they
You
can
need
get
an army fan
traffic to
expo.
just do something better as far as flow and traffic goes.
Hmm.
But aside from that, yeah, it was a fantastic time. I'm glad I went, and again, I can't wait for next year for what is it, the 20th anniversary, something like that.
25th, I think.
Like that. Yeah,
20th through
something like
25th, something like that. And it's going to be the biggest one ever. It'll just keep getting bigger. That's how these things work. I mean, San Diego Comic Con started in what, like a room back in the 70s? And now it's the fucking, I don't know. Those who don't know, San Diego Comic Con sells out in like an hour, I believe.
I wish I could go to that.
I'm sure we will make it to it one day, but that's down the road a while. It's on my bucket
It's
list
on the
to
sun.
hit up
Sorry.
San Diego.
But
And
on that note,
anywho, let's move along to an irrational question, shall we?
I got a question for you.
Sure. Shoot.
Would you rather be a vampire or a wizard?
Are vampires immortal, given except for how you kill a vampire?
Yeah,
Hmm,
that's pretty much the point of being a vampire.
I suppose. I just had to clarify.
Okay. Just, I mean, that's pretty obvious, is all I'm saying.
Sure, sure.
Just saying. Just saying. It's kind of obvious. That's
Are you saying vampires are vampires?
pretty much that's what you just asked me. But yeah, so yeah, the vampires are vampires.
Are
And
the
just
wizards, in
before you
fact,
ask, yes, the
wizards?
wizards are wizards. They're most definitely wizards. Just so you
Okay.
know.
Um, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go wizard, I think. As much as
Really?
I'd like to be immortal and creepy and
You do have to be undead. That's the point in drink blood. I mean, they
mhm.
don't really speculate or stipulate that. Speculate. They don't speculate about that.
They
It's
seem
put.
to enjoy the process of the blood, so
I don't know. You know what? You say you're gonna be a wizard though.
I think I'd have more fun as a wizard, even though I'm assuming I'm mortal. I just think magic would be awesome.
If you were wearing a cap and had your hair all down because it's
Mm.
ridiculously long, and you would look pretty wizard-like. I gotta say.
I could do a Gandalf. I could do a Gandalf the bearded.
Gandalf the beard. Didn't Gandalf had a beard?
Yeah, he had a pretty gnarly beard, actually.
Pretty sure he had a massive beard.
Yeah, all as all good wizards do. Um, yeah, as much as being a vampire would be cool, I don't mind being awake all night. That's fine. Um, I'm still gonna have to go wizard because I think magic would be fun.
See, I don't even have to think about it. I'd be a vampire.
Hmm.
Not like a Twilight gay ass vampire. I'd be like a 30 Days a Night vampire.
A deadly ass vampire.
That'd be wicked.
Yeah, I'd still go wizard because magic is fun, or it looks like fun.
Sleep and I'd come and fuck you up. Turn you into a wizard vampire hybrid. I
Well,
guess that's not really. It's just not a species. You're just taught magic.
now we're talking. If I could have the best of both worlds, like Skyrim, when you turn into a werewolf or a vampire, because you can do that. God, I love those games.
Yeah, but when I turned into a werewolf, I'm pretty sure that I wasn't allowed to turn into a vampire. Like I can't be a
Yeah,
hybrid.
I think you have to choose.
Although being a werewolf is pretty sick.
Yeah, that werewolf. Well, when you
You
turn
switch
into
into
the
the wolf.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you fuck shit up. Ah, yes. Question?
Sure.
Okay.
Question?
What fictional character do you have an irrational level of hate towards?
Hmm. What fictional character do I have an irrational level of hate towards? Probably, I don't know. You know what? Probably Marge Simpson, actually.
Marge Simpson. I was not
Yeah.
expecting that answer.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why, but I can't stand her.
Homer.
Honestly, every time I'm just like, oh, she needs to shut the fuck up.
Marge Simpson. Is that
Either her or Peggy Hill. One of the two. I used
wow?
to always just fucking couldn't stand Peggy.
Yeah, I didn't really much care for Peggy either. I never really. Marge was
Fuck
always.
you, Peggy Hill.
As much as I loved The Simpsons growing up, I never disliked Marge. She was just always kind of there. But anytime it was a Marge episode, you're just like, ah.
Yeah, it's just like, I'd rather not.
Mm. Um, does Sharon Stone from Casino count because she was playing a real person?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Is that
I
a,
guess
is
you
that
said
a,
fictional character, so yeah.
yeah, but she's portraying a fictionalized version of a real character.
Okay,
Hmm.
but still.
Sure. I fucking hate Sharon Stone in Casino. That's my point. That's what I'm getting at.
There you go.
I think an obvious answer for any Game of Thrones fan is Joffrey, because he's just the biggest cocksucker out there. And I don't mean in the awesome cocksucking way. He's just a shit. It's an awful, awful character.
I don't
Um,
watch Game of Thrones, so I know nothing of what you mean.
hmm Cody's just like, all of the Game of Thrones characters. Fuck them all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You throw them
um,
all in the fridge.
hmm What's another character I just have a rational level of hate for? Roadrunner always kind of pissed me off. I was hoping that Coyote would just catch him, just end him. That's the end of that.
It's kind of like Bugs Bunny, actually, for me. I always kind of thought he was just kind of a bit of a smart ass.
No, he is a smartass for sure.
He deserves a bitch slapping.
He definitely does. But he's a cartoon, so he'd just like spin around and then unravel himself or something and continue to be a dickhead.
That's true.
I like Bugs Bunny, but you're right. He's an asshole. Has there ever been an adult portrayal of Bugs Bunny?
Well, in Family Guy, they had Ephraim the retarded rabbit.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I think those are all good choices for fictional characters that you would punch in the face. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's find a would you rather.
Would you rather be filthy rich but suffer depression, or be poor and be happy? Don't worry.
Filthy rich and suffer depression, probably.
Yeah.
As
Well,
super sad as that is.
it does. It does sound super sad. Not to mention, but then what happens if you die? If you kill yourself, let's say. What happens to all that
I
money?
could do it elaborately in style.
In style. Nice. I like your thinking. And I would also agree for the same reason.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
convinced me, sir.
I mean, being happy is pretty paramount to, a successful life, I
Being able
guess.
to afford shit.
But, yeah, but being able to afford
I
shit.
don't believe in the money can't buy your happiness line. I
Money
believe
can't buy
it's
happiness, but I can buy a jet ski, which is pretty much the same thing. Well, I don't know. I think everyone's different because you give me personally $2 billion, I'd never be unhappy again, right? I would think anyways, just because if there's anything in my life that made me unhappy, I'd throw money at it until it goes away, you know.
yeah.
So I think everyone's different, and then of course you hear of billionaires and millionaires and who take their own lives and are super depressed, drug addicts and stuff like that. I think everyone's just different. But yeah,
That was really inspiring. I'm really glad you said that.
thank you.
I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Money does buy happiness, kids. Remember
I do agree with you.
that. Oh my god.
Just saying though.
mm,
Just saying. It was very courageous of you the way you spoke.
hmm.
So uplifting. So confident.
Would you rather live in a world without books, movies, or music? You had to get rid of one completely.
Huh. Books, movies, or music, eh?
Or we could flip it and say you can only pick one, which might make the decision harder.
Oh, ooh, that is tough.
I think I'd have to go movies, I think, just because I like them a little bit more than books and music. But not by much. I mean, I love music.
That's so tough. See, my decision would be between books and movies because technically comic books would be a part of books, right? So,
hmm
I think I'm gonna have to go with books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because of comics. Oh, also because the abundance of books out there you could read forever.
true.
There's so many. There's a million, so-called good books that I haven't read. I still have to go movies just because I love the moving picture shows. I just love them, and just such a fan of story. So hopefully TV would be in encased in the movies as well.
I would assume that it counts.
Hmm.
I'll let it slide for now. How's that sound?
Sure, sure. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Well, would you rather have unlimited respect or unlimited power?
Ooh, I can't have both.
You can't have both. You only get one.
um, Probably unlimited respect. I think I can
Oh,
wield.
really?
I think I can use that more to my advantage.
All right.
Get some favors and friends come in handy at certain points.
Yeah, I would
I don't think I'm the right person for an abundance of power. Just, I don't know what I'd do with it. I'd,
right. That's mine.
I'd fuck something up for sure.
Yeah, that's mine. I'm taking the unlimited power for sure. I'm gonna be fucking taking people out like
I would be a,
Cobra Commander and shit.
I would be a,
Destro.
I would be a kind god. Yeah. I can see the appeal of power. That's why I play video games, to be honest, because I like to feel powerful. And that's the power fantasy, or that's why people watch, sci-fi and fantasy movies and shit. But I'd have to go with respect, just because I
That's very
think,
strange,
yeah, I don't know. I'd rather just not be overthrown one day by my angry, by
man. You
the
have
angry
unlimited
people.
power. How can it? That can't be stopped if it's unlimited.
Unlimited power. Yeah,
But otherwise, that mean that you can do something shady and your respect will be gone.
hmm,
So let's not throw that into the mix because then that fucks up the whole scenario.
yeah, yeah. I'd still go with respect, though. Gotta say,
One of the stupidest would you rather I've ever seen.
sure, that
Would you
sounds
rather?
right
Would
up
you
our
rather
alley.
be? Would you rather be married to Paris Hilton or Charlie Sheen?
God damn.
Really?
Paris Hilton or Charlie Sheen. Those are my only two options. Um,
Obviously, you'd want to be married to Charlie
well,
Sheen.
yeah. I
Paris Hilton's just a terrible human being.
was gonna say, as a straight man, I am more sexually attracted to Paris Hilton over Mr.
Well,
Sheen.
never said
I will
anything
say
about
that.
sex. It just said married.
Yeah, exactly. As I was gonna say, but it says married. Charlie Sheen would be way more fun to hang around with than Paris Hilton. Um, Paris Hilton more or less sucks as a human being. I mean, no real disrespect because I don't know her, but she just seems pointless. Like her career and life is pointless. I
Yeah,
mean, no offense.
and not to mention, I mean, Charlie Sheen was sitting there and he was like, "Listen, bud, I mean, I'm about to probably die soon because I've got heart murmurs from all the history of drug use. So I was wondering
What are
if you'd
you
like
in
to
for?
gay marry me so that I can at least leave it to somebody." I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, man, I'm down, whatever.
Mm,
That's cool."
I
I'm not like having
yeah,
flesh.
I doubt Charlie Sheen would even want to have sex with you
No, exactly. He'd probably just be like,
like a
he'd probably like, I'll tell you what, we'll just get like 15 hookers over
yeah,
here later.
we'll split a limo of hookers or something
Yeah.
like that.
I'll be like, hey, I'm
Yeah,
I'm game.
the honeymoon would be fucking
Oh, I
just
did.
a shit
Yeah.
show.
Oh, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be awesome.
Mm. Also, another thing I've seen, I've seen Paris Hilton's sex tape. She's doesn't seem like she's how do I say this politely? She doesn't seem like she's good at it.
I would tend to agree with you again because, yeah, I've also seen it, and I actually thought the same thing. I remember sitting there kind of pondering myself, like, really?
Hmm. Not to mention
This is
the quality and
everybody was
content
talking
of the
about this.
video is very poor, to say the least.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was all like creepy night bit. Yeah, so I also don't find Paris Hilton overly attractive. I mean, she's definitely not ugly, but she's, I wouldn't consider her a bombshell or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to, no homo, pick Charlie Sheen because fuck, it'd be a blast to be, platonically married to Charlie Sheen.
So we're going with the not pronounce you Chuck and Larry scenario.
Yeah, sure. Because I doubt Charlie Sheen would want to sleep with you unless he's on some like tiger blood cocaine bender or something. But even then, you could
Then you
just
probably got to look at it. You probably got to go stay at your sister's house for the weekend.
yeah, do what you gotta do. Yeah, Charlie Sheen just seems like it's way more fun. What are you in for? Drugs? No. What are you in for? Drugs. My favorite Charlie Sheen line.
Oh fuck.
Um,
Yeah, I would have to. Like, I mean, I have to agree. There's no other. Who want like if you're married to Paris Hilton, I just don't see the upside.
I don't see it either. She just like I don't know. From the little
Ooh,
info about her, seems like she'd
ooh! I
awful
stumbled upon a goodie.
to talk to. Oh, let's hear it.
Would you rather be in a real version of The Walking Dead or Jurassic Park?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I have to ponder that.
Before we answer that, I thought I had popped into my ever flowing brain the other day. Why hasn't there been any good dinosaur video games?
Actually, the Jurassic Park game by Telltale Games isn't that
Yeah, that was okay. But I'm thinking like a Grand Theft Auto sized,
Turok? What about Turok?
yeah. Or they could make a new Turok. Turok was okay. I'm talking about like new age
Oh,
dinosaur video games, like open world. Red Dead Redemption meets Jurassic Park. How awesome would that be? Anywho, um, I think dinosaurs would be more interesting, and you'd probably survive slightly longer.
you think
Maybe.
so?
Are we saying you're on the?
Was that a question?
This is a question to myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking out loud here. Are we assuming
Sitting
you're
there looking
on
for
the
an answer,
island
yes.
then, if it's a Jurassic Park scenario?
No, I'm assuming it's Jurassic Park 2.
Where,
Let's you're in New
yeah,
York.
yeah,
Or wait,
dinosaur.
what is it? Or is it in LA? I don't remember.
Actually,
Wherever the fuck it
it's
goes.
been a while since this.
Somehow implausibly goes.
Something Steven Spielberg didn't do. Um, ah, I think I'm gonna have to go Walking Dead just because of
Is it plausibly a word? I don't fucking know. Either way.
mhm. It's
It sounds
cool.
plausible,
I
whatever the
love
fuck it
dinosaurs,
is.
but I've had multiple zombie apocalypse dreams that can remember vividly, where I just enacted the zombie apocalypse in a dream,
When you lost,
and some of them I lost. Yeah, a few I
they
remember.
bit your dick off.
No, not specifically my dick, but it was like get swarmed and wake up. Just like, oh, that was
Do you
off.
think they possibly bit your dick off?
It was likely that they consumed my entire body. But hey, that's just a guess. I'm gonna go with Walking Dead,
Yeah. Oh.
just because I think I could last a little while with the right tools and people, but you'd probably still die. But I think I don't know, it would be way more interesting. Fucking.
Yeah. I think I would also have to go with The Walking Dead. I would definitely be surviving. I'd be like the governor and shit, but I'd be living. I would.
The not full retard.
Yeah, not full retard. I wouldn't go
See,
full. You never go full retard.
the governor could have had it all, man. He could have had a paradise, but he went full retard. Hacked off fucking Herschel's head, amongst other
Fucking
awful things.
nut job.
Oh yeah, he was bad.
I wouldn't have been that bad. I would have been like justifiably evil. And then everybody would have been like, oh, it ain't that bad. I mean, it is the fucking apocalypse.
No, yeah, the apocalypse would force you to do awful things almost, on a daily to weekly basis, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just the level of humanity you retain.
You gotta be slightly evil.
No, you not necessarily evil. I mean, if we're talking video game good evil scale, karma, if you will, yes, you
Yes.
have to be evil, but it's more like you have to be smart. Speaking of Walking Dead, you see the trailer for season 5 yet? Not that you're the biggest fan of that show these days, but
I did not.
it looks okay.
Was it?
Yeah, looks like it'll be a decent season. They're
It's just
adding.
this term in this place.
No, it looks like Terminus. I mean, they don't show a whole lot, but it looks like Terminus gets fucked pretty quickly, and then they go on the run. And they're introducing the priest character from the comics, so that's kind of cool.
I don't know who that is.
I can't remember his name, but black fellow who plays the priest, and it's where the hunters come in and blah blah blah. I mean,
Nice.
if they follow the comics, which I'm sure they'll somewhat follow,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, that's right. Did you watch the premiere episode of Gotham?
I did not. I
Oh, what
for
is wrong with
I
you?
forgot it was even out. I will.
How dare you?
I'll watch it tonight. Mark my words.
How dare you?
Was it good?
This,
Did you like it?
yeah, it was good. It was better than Agents of Shield or Smallville,
Yeah.
Arrow. I thought.
Is Agents of Shield canceled yet?
No, it's still in the second season.
Yeah. Have they upped their game at all? Do you know?
I have no idea. I kind
Yeah.
of lost interest halfway through the first season,
Agents of Shield is
which I was
not.
kind of surprised with. I had big expectations for the show, though. That could be why.
Yeah, that show
I
is a
did
bit
have
of a
bigger
disappointment.
expectations than I probably should have.
It was TV, but still, like some of the other things they accomplish on TV, they could have made that show a lot cooler.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
I did see a couple days ago there's a new zombie show called Z Nation. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
it's got
saw.
DJ Qualls in it.
DJ, I watched the first episode just because it had DJ Qualls in it, and
How was it?
I think that guy was jokes. It's pretty bad, but it's not. If Walking Dead is a 10, we'll say it's probably a 6 or a 7.
So if Walking Dead's like a 7,
Yeah, then it's a 5.
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a lot more cheesy, if you will, but
That's what I figured. It's Space Channel, right?
DJ Qualls is pretty funny. He's that guy just makes me laugh because he's goofy. He's a goofy looking fella. But yeah,
That's definitely true.
it's made by the same company. Can't remember the production company, but same guys who do like Sharknado and a bunch of like straight to DVD things. So I'm more
Sharknado.
Sharknado, Tara Reid. So I mainly watched it because I wanted to laugh, and it tried to take itself pretty seriously, so I didn't do all that much laughing. It was okay though. Anywho, zombies. Gotta pick zombies.
Yeah, zombies. Plus, not to mention, zombies will definitely be easier to kill than dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, it would take some firepower to take down some of the larger hostile
I would
hostile.
have to think so.
Oh yeah,
I mean, even like a velociraptor, think about that. Thing comes after you. What the fuck you gonna do?
run. No, you wouldn't run fast enough.
That's
Uh,
what I mean.
hmm.
Let's say you didn't have a gun. What are you gonna do? You fucked.
Hide. At least in with Walking Dead style zombies, you stand a chance because they're slow. You stand a chance.
Well, it could be 28 days later zombies.
Yeah, that's the kind they do in that Z Nation show. They're a little bit
Uh,
more fast and puke on your face.
what?
Well, there's a scene where a zombie climbs on top of a guy and spits bile all over his face. It's,
What is this, Left 4 Dead?
it's super nasty. Yeah, it felt more like Left 4 Dead than Walking Dead. I want a new Left 4 Dead game. God damn. Here's a funny question. You know in video games how when you kill people they drop items and loot, if you
Yep.
will? If you were to die, what loot would you drop?
Huh. I think I would drop um 25 HP.
25 HP. I was gonna say I don't have a lot I really have to offer. Like I'd drop 5 gold.
Yeah, it'd be 25 HP and 1,000 gold.
Yeah, there you go. That's not bad, especially if you're at the start of the game.
Yeah, I'd be in like the first level, I think. When you
Mm.
kill.
Yeah, I'd drop a hat that makes you look like Jesus when you put it on. That's what I'd
Nice.
drop. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you meant like that. I thought you meant something that actually happens.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm talking video games.
Okay.
Mhm.
In that
Another
case,
gaming
I would
question.
drop an M16.
with a
And the
1,000
grenade
rounds.
launcher.
I
Yeah.
would drop the Fat Man nuke launcher from Fallout. Hell yeah. That's a that's a funny question. Um, what is the most useless thing you've ever collected? There you go. If
Um,
we're going all the way back to when I was like in my youth, when all kids collected all dumb stuff.
I wouldn't say that my comic books are
No, I wouldn't say my
worthless
movies
because
are.
they're worth quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. No, well, they're not worthless. I don't think my
I
movie
guess my
collection
movies,
is
because
all
I
that
mean, if you think about it, DVDs are kind of worthless now.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah,
They're worth more to me than they're ever worth to anybody else.
exactly.
That's why I don't sell them,
I always do.
because it would probably just disappoint me and bring in a stack and get $20 maybe. Just like, ah. Um, I don't know. When I was a kid, I collected like Pogs and Pokemon
Yep,
cards and
dogs.
Crazy Bones, and I did marbles. I think were a thing. All that shit is just stupid. I mean, Pokemon cards.
Totally stupid. The
Pokemon.
best part is I remember back in the day, people thought Pogs was gonna like stick around.
Yeah, I know.
Is that, are you
Thinking back
serious?
on them, they're like fucking cardboard circles. That's all they are.
Cardboard circles you throw a plastic circle at to see which side they'll land on.
It was like somebody saw marbles and be like, "How can we produce marbles for cheaper?" And that's what they did. I did
Well,
marbles in grade two and like way, way back in the day. Like, yep, throwing little glass balls at each other. That's good times. Crazy Bones, remember those things?
yeah, those are little shaped plastic things you threw.
Yeah, those are stupid as fuck. Like
Yeah,
100,
those are incredibly
100%,
stupid.
100% useless. And
It
I
was
think,
essentially plastic rocks.
yeah, it's plastic marbles, only they don't roll because they're oddly shaped.
They just bounce around the ground.
I'm pretty sure I still have my box of Crazy Bones stored away somewhere.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, I'd probably have to say one of those things I collected as a kid.
Yeah.
Everything I collect now has value to me, or else I wouldn't collect it. I would hope.
Yeah, you would at least hope that that's how you decide whether or not you're going to buy something, but you never know.
Hmm. Is it valuable to me? Hmm. Um, yeah, probably Pogs. Pogs are dumb as fuck.
Clogs are pretty terrible. Like you said, throwing a plastic circle at some cardboard circles.
Hmm. Yeah.
Man,
Uh, would you rather eat giraffe bacon or zebra bacon?
hmm,
That's a weird question.
that's a good question. I think I would have to go giraffe bacon.
Yeah, probably pick giraffe bacon as well. I don't know why. I don't know if
Yeah, me
there's any
neither.
real logic behind that. I'd try it, you know. I think I'd
Yeah,
try most foods, but yeah, giraffe bacon, sure.
definitely over a zebra.
Yeah, I don't know. Zebras are cool animals, but don't. I'm not a gazelle. They don't look all that tasty. Not that a giraffe does. I just think it would be funnier.
Yeah, it would be funnier. That's how I would agree too. Plus, not to mention, I feel like a zebra would be, I don't know, more like horse meat.
Yeah. Have you ever had a horse?
No, but I don't want to.
I haven't either, nor do I want to. There is some people, I mean, I say I'd try anything, and I probably would, but there's people who just eat weird stuff like that on a little too regular of a basis. Like alligator. No one needs to eat a fucking alligator. Are you kidding me? Leave them in the swamps.
Uh,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's an episode of The Simpsons where Moe says, "If wishes were horses, I'd be eating wish meat every night."
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Would you rather be Amish or a Mormon?
Amish. I'm already
You
halfway
already,
there.
you
I just have
already
to
got the
shave the
look
little
down.
mustache off.
I'd also pick Amish because Amish are strange. Don't get me wrong, but Mormons are stranger.
And people are strange when you're a stranger.
People are strange. Hmm. Would you rather? Oh, that's kind of cool. Would you rather have a rewind button for real life or a pause button?
Well, that's a tough question. Both would come in very handy.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Although I do feel like a rewind button would be a little bit better.
Getting to do over a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's just like go back one chapter, you go back like a day, Tom Cruise style, and do it all over again.
Yeah.
Though a pause button, that'd be nice too. Just be like, oh, how much is the PS4? $500? Pause. Just walk out the store, press play.
But the question is, do you pause too?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, then, yeah, that would be quite useless if you paused as well.
Yeah, because I was assuming the rewind and you rewind with it.
Hmm. Yeah, let's say you get to, for some reason, those rules don't apply to you.
Okay, fine.
It's Click or whatever that stupid Adam Sandler movie was.
Well, in that case, it sounds like a better idea.
Yeah. I'd probably go with rewind, I
But
think.
as I say at the same time, if you could rewind, you could, try and figure out different ways to get it without by seeing or something, or you get away with the crime. Like there's certain probably villains that have done that.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
Super
cool.
villains.
Super villains.
Would you rather be a superhero or a supervillain? I'd rather be a supervillain.
So I think supervillain would be more interesting. I guarantee we've done that question
I
before.
feel like we have, but I just couldn't remember. And I feel like I'd just make a better supervillain than I would a superhero.
I think I'd have more fun as the villain, even if it's short-lived and I get punched to death by Batman or something.
Maybe I'd be more of like an anti-hero. I'd be like the Punisher. That seems more appropriate actually for
Seems
me. I think
more up my alley.
I'd be more like Frank Castle.
Yeah, I'd rather do the vigilante thing.
Just not a crazy ass marine or anything. So I'd probably get killed. But that's okay too. Whatever.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel like we did do that one before though, you're right.
It's likely we do a, comic-related topics pretty much every episode. But that's because I love that shit. As do you. Um,
I'm a sleepy panda today, I don't know why.
yeah, well, we'll wrap it up in about one
I
question's
work
time
too
or
hard.
so. Work hard for the money, hard for the money. Yeah, we're already at 50 minutes. Wow. Um,
Oh, it's because it's been so long. You missed it.
yeah. I do apologize for the fortnight or two of
My
no
beard's probably grown 2 inches since the last one.
mm, beards. Beards are beautiful. Here's one you don't necessarily have to answer. I just wanted to say, would you rather pole dance naked in front of your friends and coworkers for an hour or participate in an orgy with 7 hobos for 5 minutes?
Pole dance naked.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. I just I thought the nature of that question was ridiculous. Um, Same with this one. Would you rather? What's wrong with people, man? Would you rather have an oil wrestling battle with a sexually aggressive Mike Tyson with sex toys lying around, or fight a ripped as fuck, pissed off kangaroo?
I'm gonna go kangaroo.
I just had to check if I read that correctly. I did. Kangaroo as well. I think sexually aggressive Mike Tyson is not
I
something I
think
want
I'd
to be.
rather fight anything and anybody than Mike Tyson.
Hmm. You think he's still got it, the haymaker?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, even if he doesn't, he still probably punches harder than 90% of people, anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a kangaroo, even though he might just crush my ribcage with one of those jump kicks. But yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, you want to wrap it up there, shall we?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Well, thanks for sticking with us, folks, and tuning into the lovely Underachievers Podcast, episode 11, I believe it is. Yeah. Any advice for the children?
All I can say is, I don't know.
You heard it here first, kids. Yeah, links to all previous episodes in both our channels in the description below. Give us
I know what to do.
give us a like or a favorite
Give
if
this
you
a read.
enjoy.
A little story called Twisted Dark
Oh yeah,
by Neil Gibson. Go to
yes,
your local comic book store, see if you can get that. If you can't, get it ordered. It's a fantastic book for those who like Mysteries of the Dark. Well,
yes.
Tales of the Dark, I guess. But yeah, better than Tales from the Crypt. Better than
There's our plug
any of that.
plug of the day. Twisted Dark is a
Twisted Dark by Neil Gibson.
very interesting graphic novel series. I recommend checking it out. It's dark. It's not for kids, but it is fucking really cool. But yes, anywho, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been the Habitual Pixels, Big Nasty Productions.
Oh, goodbye.
We'll see y'all next time.